sideline. Others take a more even-keeled approach, more calm on the sideline. Which coaching style would you prefer to play for when you were in your prime? Did you want a coach who was animated, or did you want a coach that was just kind of settled on the sideline?
You know what? I like the coach that was settled on the sideline. You know, I like to think that great coaches are going to be able to coach you in practice, and then during the games, you know, it's about the product and what you put out on the floor. You know, coaches that have understanding, coaches that have vision, coaches that understand the game, understand that this is a game of runs, that it's a game of momentum. It has plays for those momentums and those times. Or coaches that I've always gravitated to and understood.
Like Doc was kind of in between, a little bit of emotion, but he could also have a calm demeanor on that side.
Doc was on fire. I'm sorry. There was nothing calming about Doc.
I'm trying to cover Doc's back here.
No, shout to Doc. Doc would rip your head off if you wasn't supposed to. But you know what? You need to play with that edge. You needed to know that if you wasn't in your spot, 1 through 15, you understood that you were supposed to be there. And it's good to play with that. I think that you don't want to be out there playing like, this is no big deal. Every play is a big deal. And no play, absolutely. And you know what? That severity, and you play with that importance, and, knowing that you're playing for the next guy. So, that's important.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green are the guard set. And it's Gasol at the center. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Parker kicks to Green. Screen by Parker. Passes to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And the commitment to seizing every scoring opportunity, Leonard outworking and out-hustling people inside.
Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Here's Parker following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Parker laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Parker's got his first points of the night.
And able to get it done once again in close. Just one of the ultimate finishers at the rim.
Horford with a screen on Parker. Here's Irving. Green with the rebound.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Outside Irving. Good D by Parker. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Spurs lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in... And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
That's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You've got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk one. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with Laverne. And it's Gay in at the small forward. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Pass to Ginobili. A three-pointer off the mark. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's Brown missing.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Mills in the corner. Gay kicks to Anderson. Spurs passing it around. Back to Mills. Here's Laverne. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Laverne really hustles for rebounds. Got to know where he is at all times.
Adding a lot of flavor to the mix, Kevin Garnett. Kevin, thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Hope you join us again sometime.
Man, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, man. It's always great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, you holler at me, all right?
Future Hall of Famer and a terrific person, Kevin Garnett. And Brent, it's amazing that our introduction to KG was just this high school kid from Chicago, and before that, from South Carolina. So unrefined, undefined, and now, you know, he has just so much wisdom to impart. He's learned so much. It's wonderful to listen to.
Well, you think about Kevin Garnett, Kevin, and the fact that he played more than half of his life in the NBA. And for a guy like that to pick up some sort of knowledge, to carry it on and to pay it forward, that's the kind of loyalty and enthusiasm that Kevin Garnett always shows for the game of basketball.
And they pick up 2.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mills with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Gay outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
I love how Gay keeps the ball high, not allowing the defense to block it. His length really comes in handy.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's San Antonio up 7. Thanks for the great interview, Dave. The pass and shoot, and you were 6'7". Really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions, all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Why do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin. Positionless.
Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Horford in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Boston 5. The shot by Hayward, wide open, and it's off from three-point range. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, "My mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end." Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Shot from 12, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Celtics trail by 5. And Brett, I read that Kyrie Irving meditates off the court. It's something he reads about and studies up on quite a bit, focused on learning and growing as a person.
Well, if meditating and taking some time out mentally to picture the type of success that you could have out on the floor, then there are some other players in this league, Kevin. They might want to take up what Kyrie Irving is throwing down.
Green, the pass to Parker. Green with the ball. Outguarded by Smart. Just 5 to shoot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, at a time when threes and dunks are the toast of the league, Leonard showing that strong mid-range game can be just as valuable.
Horford with a screen on Leonard. Shot off the pick. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 5 there thanks to the basket from Gordon Hayward.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Outside, Green. He kicks it to Aldridge. Parker outside. Over Irving. Parker's shot is off. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hayward against Leonard. In the corner, Horford with it. The 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
While it's easy to think of Horford as a true banger down low, he continues to show us that he can drain the 3-ball.
Leonard with no one around. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Yeah, look out. We got a long-range duel about to happen.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Spurs lead by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
We got to really snatch the ball.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And Boston has possession. It's a 5-point game. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Rudy Gay is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Murray. And it's Mills in at the point guard position. Rudy Gay on the wing. Defended by Hayward. Here's the screen. Murray kicks to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Over Tatum. That's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now here's Irving. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Irving's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And there's the feed to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Leonard draws the double out to the right wing. And here's Mills for 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
There's a good screen. Out to the right wing. Now here's Tatum. He's covered by Leonard. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
1:25 left in the game. Aldridge a screen. From deep. That's good from Gay on the assist by Murray. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Effective and fundamental basketball there. That's Aldridge. Sets the solid screen to free up his teammate.
Fires, high post. Here's Horford. Pass to Hayward. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Jason Tatum did not like that one.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for San Antonio.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Aldridge. The rebound by the Celtics.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hayward can't hit. Here's Parker. And so it's San Antonio with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the